Right, so from the last video, I went through how to get started using Google Gemini API in Python. Now, for this video, I want to cover different examples on how to use Google Gemini API for different use cases. Right, so I prepare 7 use cases. The first example is to create a story from an image. And for the second example, we're going to look at how we can use Gemini's API to analyze a video file. And for the second example, we're going to create a tourism app based on a video file. And the fourth example is going to be, we're going to use the image as a reference. Then we're going to provide another image to ask Google's Gemini model to guess the price of the good. And example 5 is going to be, it's going to be very similar to example 4, but for this exercise, we're going to provide image of the food stand that looks like this. Then we're going to ask the Gemini API to extract the price and convert the price to USD currency. Because in this photo, we can see that, let me make the photo a bit bigger. And if we look at this photo, we can see that the price is in Korean won. And I'm more interested in the conversion in USD. And for example 6, we're going to transcribe a handwritten letter from the image. And as for the last example, we are going to describe a video sequence by sequence. Right, so let's start with example 1, which is to create a story from a photo. Now, here are my assets. So these can be either an image file or a video file. Right, so let's start with this image right here. So from this image, we have this person is making some sort of dessert. And this is a photo that I took in Korea. Right, so from the import statement, we're going to import the base64 module because we need to convert the image from binary to byte strings and using the part class. Then from Vertex AI.preview.generative models module, we're going to import the generative model type. Now, when we are working with Google's generative AI model, we need to first of all convert the image into the object type that the model accepts. In this case, the media file needs to be converted to the parse object. Now, if we look at the documentation, so these are just different examples when it comes to converting different types of media files or text files. Now, if we look at the function, so this function takes 2 parameters, the file path and the map type. Inside the function, we're going to open the file, load the file using the base64.b64 encode function, and we'll pass the binary. Then from the from data method, we're going to reference the data parameter. Then we need to decode the data object using base64.b64 decode method. Then we'll pass the data object. Then we need to specify the map type. All right, so just one thing I noticed that if your source file is coming from Google Cloud Storage, I don't know why, but sometimes it takes a lot longer to process the media files. All right, so once we create the helper function, we need to load the model. From the generative model type, we're going to load the model, and the model ID is going to be Gemini Pro Vision. And I'm going to name the outputs Vision model. Then we're going to load the media file. Then we can go ahead and make the request. All right, so from Vision model object, which is the model here, we're going to reference the generate content method. And for the content, in this case, will be the prompt. And here what we can do is we can provide the media source file. Then we can specify the prompt. I want the AI to write a short story from the photo that I provided. Now, here you can specify different parameters or properties. And for demonstration purpose, I'm only going to provide the maximum token that the output can use or can consume. And temperature controls the creativity of the response. If we want the AI to be conservative then you want to keep the value as low as possible. And the temperature value can be up to 2 decimal places. So if you really want to be conservative, then you can keep that to 0.0. But I'm going to use 0.4, and that's going to be the default. Then I want to print the response. From the response object, I want to print the token consume version. So here from the response object, we need to reference route response that uses metadata. And to get the output, we can reference the text property or attribute. Let me go ahead and run the script. Right, so if we look at the output, so we have used 456 tokens total, which is not bad at all, to be honest. And if we look at the story that Gemini wrote, so the young man was a master of his craft. He had been making cotton candy for years and so on. And here's the rest. Right, so which is pretty neat, to be honest. There are something that ChatGPT or GPT model currently cannot do. And uploading video files is one of the capabilities that Gemini has that ChatGPT does not have. But I believe that pretty soon ChatGPT will have a very similar capability which allow users to upload videos. Now let's move on to example 2. And we're going to analyze a video. Now for the video that I prepared, actually I have 2 videos. One is a video that I took in Hanoi in Vietnam. So it's a 3 minutes video. And throughout the video, it's going to be the same thing. So just bunch cars and motorcycles driving throughout the street. And the second video is, I forgot the name of the boats. I believe that these are the coconut boats. This is the video I took in Hue An in Vietnam. So this is going to be the video that we're going to use to ask Gemini AI to describe sentence by sentence. For the remaining examples, I'm simply going to paste the code snippet because you already saw the code that I provided in example 1. And everything's going to be very similar. The only thing that's going to be different is the prompt. Right, so let's take a look. So everything here is the same. So when you are using a video file as the source for reference, so the limitation of the video file can only be up to 2 minutes. And I don't believe that there's a file size limit. So that means that you can use 4K or 8K video, but as long as the video is under 2 minutes. All right, so I'm going to upload the video 1 file, and which is actually, I took that back. So here I have another file, video file. So this file is a cat is playing piano, and I found this video on YouTube. All right, so I'm going to ask Gemini API or AI to describe the video. So here I'm going to run the script. And let's look at the prompt first. So again, I'm providing the media file. Then I'm going to provide the prompt. What is happening in the video? Right, so right here is the output. So with video file, the token consumed is going to be a little bit larger. Now if we look at the output, so here we have a cat is sitting on a piano and playing the key with its paws. And that's exactly what the video is, what the cat is doing in the video. Right, so far so good, right? To be honest, this is actually quite amazing that today we can ask AI to analyze videos. Now let's move on to example 3, which is going to be create a tourism app based on a video. And this is going to be, this is going to be the video that I'm going to use to ask Gemini API or AI to create an ad. So for the prompt, again, I'm providing a media file. And for the prompt, I can say, create a tourism app based on the video. Now, because the video file size is actually quite large, consider this is 3 minutes video. Actually, I took that back. Apparently, you can upload video that is longer than 2 minutes. But anyway, if I run the script, and I believe that it's going to accept the video file. And because, again, the video size is quite large for the duration, so the script is going to take a little bit longer than the previous example. And it looks like the request is successful. And for this request, I use 1,120 tokens, and which is not bad. And for the advertising letter, come and experience the vibrant energy of Hanoi, Vietnam. So noticing that here in the prompt or in the video, I did not specify the location or the country that is taking place in the video. And the Gemini AI is able to recognize the location in the video, followed by giving a very descriptive and creative advertisement writing. Now for example 4, so this one's going to be pretty interesting use case. So here I have 2 images, actually 3 images that I want to use. So the first image is going to have price of different goods. And the reason why I have 3 images is because from this photo, I have this item right here, right in the middle, that is going to be the same item from the second image. And I'm going to ask Gemini AI to tell me the price of the nuts of the second image using image 1 as the reference. Then we're going to use an image that the item does not exist in the first photo. But because in the reference photo, we are presenting the price of the goods. So we're going to see how Gemini AI is going to respond to the request. All right, so let's look at the setup. So here I created 3 image objects that corresponding to each image in here. So the reference image is going to be named as price reference image. And the second photo, which is this one here, is going to be named as gas price nut image. Then we have gas price basil image. Now I'm going to replace these 2 nuts first. Then I'll run the script. Now, because based on the reference image, this item here, or this good right here, is presented in the reference image. So it's able to give me the name of the good and as well as the price, 3.75 euros. But if we replace the image with the basil image and run the script. Now, because from the reference image, basil does not appear in the reference image, it's going to give me a more general terminology of the name of the good. And I believe that the price information is based on the data model that the AI uses to train the model. In this case, it's going to be €4.50. And this is one of the use cases that we can use the AI to perform. Now, for example 5, so this one's also a pretty good use case. So here from the photo, in the photo, we have the price on the top that corresponding to different items. Now, what I want to do is I want to ask Gemini AI to return the price of each item based on the menu information on the top. Now, because the price is in Korean won, so I want to translate the currency to USD. And for the output, I want to return the output as a JSON file, not JSON file, a JSON object that containing the name of the good and the price. And to do that, so here I'm going to load the image. And for the prompt, I'm going to say, output the prices and convert to USD currency in JSON format. And here have a typo format. Now looking at the output, for this request, we consume 411 tokens. And for the text output itself, so here's the JSON file in Markdown format. Inside the JSON object, we have the key prices followed by the original price and the USD conversion. Right, so here I want to also include the name of the items. So I'm going to modify the prompt. I'll put the prices plus the name of the items and convert to USD currency in JSON format. Now let's take a look at what the AI can do. Right, so let's take a look. So now this time we have a lot more results. And the reason why we have a lot more results is because when we ask Gemini AI to return the price and the conversion, and that's because some of the items have the same price. So essentially, Gemini AI is going to remove the duplicates. But this time, because each item represents a unique record, and the key is going to be the name of the full item. So we now have two fields, the name of the full item and the price, along with the conversion. So if you travel a lot, then this is a pretty good use case that you can quickly convert the price from a foreign currency to a home currency. Right, so two more examples to cover. Now for this one, we're going to transcribe this letter. So this is a letter wrote by Barack Obama. By using Gemini AI, we can easily transcribe the letter. So here from the prompt, again, media file and followed by the prompt, transcribe the letter. So this is another very useful use case. You can use the AI to transcribe letters. Now, as for the last example, we're going to ask the Gemini AI to basically describe this video in sentence. All right, so let's do that. Now for this one, I forgot to prepare the code snippet. All right, so here me simply modify the file name. And for the prompt, I'm going to change that to describe the video sentence by sentence. And that's it. And run the script. Now, because this is almost under 2 minutes video, but the file size is 183 megabyte. So that means that this request is going to take a little bit of time to process. All right, so it's like it's done. So I made a mistake for example 7. So it turns out my video file size is too big. So when I ran the script, you notice that the output didn't complete. And I decided to just pause the video and troubleshoot real quick. So because my video size is actually exceed the limit, so when I upload the video file to Google Cloud Server, and when the server downloads the video file, it's downloading the file in batches. So when I execute the generate content method, and from the previous example, I forgot to include the stream is equals to true parameter, which allows the request to stream the content in batches. Anyway, when I modify the script by including the stream parameter, now when I make the generate content request, if I print the response object, and you notice that the object type is a generator object. And to return the output, we need to iterate the generator and concatenate the outputs. Now, for my use case or for my example, because my video file size is too big, so Google Cloud is only taking maybe half of the video data. So that's why when I iterate my generator object, it's only going to print the first part of the text. And for the remaining parts, it's going to give me the finished reason is equals to other, meaning that these other issues that's causing the remaining response is not able to generate it successfully. So this is just one thing that you need to keep in mind, that when it comes to the media file that you're using. All right, so I'm not going to complete the last example just because I know the code won't be able to successfully generate the complete output. But I just want to show you the modified script just to make sure that you understand my mistake that I made for this example. So this is going to be everything I'm going to cover for all the example. And hopefully you guys find this video useful. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this video a like and click on the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.